I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for clicking this video. Because if you're here right now, that means that you love this show, whatever it's called. I've forgotten what it's called. We've had to change it several times. But if you're here right now, that means you love the tournament. You love the Bharat Premier League. You love the grade cricketer because there's no reason for you to watch this. There's no reason for you to watch the games anymore, between these two teams. Sunrisers have come back from the break and they're thinking, we're just going to end other teams' seasons now. That's what we're here to do, and we're going to do it well. We say goodbye, LSG. Thanks for the memories. Rishabh Pant says, thanks for the cash. What's he going to spend the money on? That's a bit harsh. It's been a rough season. That's where we're at. So I want to thank you for being here. Leave a comment. Leave an AskTGC. Stick with us here. There's so many more of these games to come. We're going to dissect it because some things happened in the game. Funny things happened in the game, but Pezza, that's where we're at. 2 teams knocked out of the tournament. Not even the stadium was full. And yet here we are, getting behind the boys.
Hey, well said. Beautiful. I mean, I disagree wholeheartedly. I thought it was the big one. And there's a few big ones to come, believe me.
Well said. I disagree.
Sunrisers just about avoid the spoon. I don't know if they call it that in India.
Okay.
They just about avoid it. It's not set in stone.
A wooden spoon.
And yeah, it's goodbye LSG. We hardly knew ye.
Yeah.
We hardly knew ye. Mm-hmm. One thing I do know though is that you can get anything from these guys.
Yes.
In 10 minutes.
Come on.
10 minutes, Andre.
Boys, big basket. 10 minutes, Andre, big basket. 10 minutes, Andre, big basket.
Big basket, delivering in 10 minutes.
I wonder how long that's going to stick in the brain, that little chat there, that little jingle going on there between Danish and Virat and the boys. All right, let's get into, let's have a look at
Not
the
into
scores.
the India-England series.
No.
Love you, Sriram.
Let's have a look at the scores from overnight. Pezza, LSG had a stick first. They made 205, and that was not nearly enough because Hyderabad...
and it's never enough.
Sunrisers did that with 10 balls to spare, chasing 200 for the first time at LSG in 4 attempts. First time that score has been chased.
Wow, yeah, I was wondering. I was wondering if they could get that done.
It's been 4 times a score of 200 has been scored at Lucknow.
Well, once they made 200, I haven't done it.
So let's get into the first innings, and that's Marsh, Markram, and nothing. So I want to show you, Pezza, the batting scorecard, and by that I mean Charlie's going to bring it up. That's the batting scorecard, okay? So Marsh and Markram at the top there. Look, Nicky P did his
That's
thing.
about the money each of them are paid as well.
45 off
maybe not Rishabh.
26. And after that, there was sweet fuck all from anyone. So LSG have only ever had 3 opening partnerships of 100 plus in the IPL.
Yeah.
I know it's a new side, but this was the 3rd one ever. So De Kock and KL Rahul have had the other 2, but
That's not a bad stat. I'll pay that.
115 from Marsh and Markram in 10.3 overs when the first wicket fell down. So LSG have players 9, 10 and 12 in the race for the orange cap. That is Puran, Marsh and Markram. Any danger of some help?
Well, let me put it to you because, we copped some pelters yesterday.
Pelters?
For suggesting that KL Rahul's 60-ball 100 was actually what lost them the game. It was what you need to understand is, what are you striking at? 170, 180? So there's 60 other balls people can use with 10 players.
Someone else
10 players, 55 balls. Maybe you can go at a higher strike rate while I score 100 off 60 balls. Now, I want to put it to you, was this a match-losing 100-run opening stand off 10 overs?
Interesting.
That's what the rest of the team has 60 balls to play with, and we're striking it at 200, or thereabouts. Okay, but I'm guessing yes, they've gone too far. They've scored too many runs here.
Yeah, it doesn't help when Abhishek in the chase scores an 18-ball 100. We'll get onto him in a moment.
That's true. Mitch Marsh had his grunt on, obviously. When you hear him grunting through the sound effects and stuff, life is good for Mitch Marsh. That's his love language. Yeah. When he's gruntless, sound the alarms. Sound the alarms. For Mitch Marsh, but he's grunting, as you said. So Marsh, Puran, and Markram each have 400 plus run seasons,
averaging 40 at about striking between 170 and 200.
It is a wonderful triumvirate of any danger in the sheds. But that's been LSG's model, right?
Yeah, that's right. And so I suppose a lot of attention comes down to Rishabh Pant, who has 135 runs this season, averaging 12, striking at 100. MS Dhoni has a better record than that this year. Now, look, anyone can have a bad season. That does happen. It doesn't help with the money spent and that he's the captain, etc. But, I mean, that is That is such a disappointing return. I don't know what else you say. Like, he's obviously a good player. Look, in the T20 format, it hasn't really ever seemed to work out, though he has just won a T20 World Cup for India. But it's difficult to figure out. I mean, I don't know what to say. 135 runs, averaging 12, striking at 100.
Yeah. I want to go in a bat for Rishabh Pant.
Okay.
If I may.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't get in the car with him.
Works every time. No, just in a bat. Just go in a bat.
Okay.
Okay, so he's been, via the owner of LSG, Sanjeev Goenka, who said, he will be a generational IPL player. He'll go down as big as Dhoni or something like that. And you pay 27 crore, the most expensive IPL player ever.
Okay.
That does add a lot of pressure to a man who survived a life-threatening car accident only a little while ago. It doesn't mean that's an excuse forever, but I've never met Rishabh, don't know him. Strikes me as a kind of a vibrant, effervescent kind of character who could use environments that protect him, where it's not all about him, where he has to make the running. I mean, he's got some pretty serious personalities that he's managing, or that he's working around there at LSG. He's just come from his car accident. Obviously, he's on a lot of money, very good player. I don't think he's ever really nailed the IPL in a way that would suggest 27 crore and I'm going to be in charge of this franchise for the next 10 years going forward. Yeah. If you are going to play a long-term game with Rishabh, he probably will pay off. I tell you, of all the people who are like making moves around him, he's the one who's going to survive the longest in world cricket for me. Like Rishabh Pant, when we look back on his career, I think it's going to be a very good career. But I think for him, he probably needs the right people around him. And I think he seems to be the sort of guy that it's like, it's a bit all or nothing, Like if it falls over, it's really going to fall over. And also when it's hot, it's fucking unstoppable, you know? So it's not been a good year for him. I bet when we look back, when we all look up the spreadsheets of IPL scores and statistics over 10 years, and when we do that in 10 years' time, because, our life has failed us and marriages, etc. It's going to be looking pretty good for Rishabh Pant, but it's not worked out from this year. I just get the feeling LSG are a little bit empty and hollow generally this year. So, yeah.
So LSG made 205. Cummins said afterwards that they conceded a few too many in the end that they would have liked, but that's where they got it to. Anyway, let's get into the second thing, and that's that Abhishek knocks out LSG. Abhishek is the player of the game. So at the top there, so Travis Head missed the game. So Abhishek's opening partner, Travis Head, missed the game with COVID-19. Now, it's 2025. I'm not sure if we can still call it the same strain from 6 years ago, but that's where we're at. It was he missed the game with COVID-19 apparently. Abhishek, I hope Hetty's okay to complete the season. So Abhishek struck an 18-ball half century. Feels like it's been coming for a little while for Sunrisers, because obviously I think a lot of people this year tipped them to do very similar things to last year.
Because what happens last year is what will happen next year.
Of course, but I think we expected Hyderabad, generally speaking, to be flat, fast, all the things that they were last year to get the best out of their squad, which is the explosive batting at the top. Hasn't worked out. So this feels like it's been coming for a little while, though. I guess it hasn't. There's just a break that happened, and then Abhishek comes out and scores an 18-ball half century. He put on 82 in 6 overs with Ishan Kishan, and when he was dismissed, Abhishek, it was 2 for 99 after 7.3 overs. It's not quite game over, but the back had been broken, and I suppose
backs have been broken,
and because other people chipped in, that was the significant contribution of the game. But it all fell over when he got out. But yeah, Abhishek, it's nice to see Abhishek doing well. A young Indian batter do well. You hardly ever see it in this league.
Well, I mean, he's the linchpin of that side insofar as like when it comes off for him, when he destroys the power play, Sunrisers win. That's the whole model has been based on that. And when they've won 4 games, I think he's come off 4 times. It's like, and they started saying in the last couple of weeks, like, I think we need to just manage our shot selection and stuff like that. It's like, it's just like. If you play like low percentage, sometimes you're just going to destroy teams, and other times not. But last night it did against a hapless LSG playing for their season.
A sad LSG playing for their season. All right, let's do Flashdog. Thanks to Big Basket. Flashdog. Okay, this is the moment of the match.
Big Basket.
It's the moment of the match because let's be honest. This game would have had nothing in it unless this happened. So thank God it did. Okay? All right, Digvesh comes on. Bowling his leggies. Hair flowing in the breeze, flapping in the breeze.
Little left foot step before he bowls as well. Freddie Fittler would be very proud of that. Just jinking off the left peg.
But there's one for the fans there. So Digvesh comes on, he picks up Abhishek, he splices one to deep cover, nice catch in the outfield. He does his typical notebook celebration, which we all know is really cool and really funny, just as all premeditated celebrations are. They always are.
He waved him off first.
If you premeditate the celebration, always really cool, hilarious, everyone likes that. Okay? We all acknowledge that. Now, all of that, of course, just goes to show how close these two are. They're just good mates. They go hard.
And from Delhi.
Yeah,
and that's the thing you got to understand about when guys are having a go at each other and threatening to pull hair and stuff.
Yeah.
If they're from Delhi, that's play on, mate.
Yeah.
And that's the thing you got to understand.
And so but then Abhishek then removes his lid, and then he seems to gesticulate to tie the hair up as if telling Digvesh to, tie your hair up, put it in some sort of top knot. Or maybe the David Beckham double knot.
Hair advice, yeah.
A la World Cup 2002, I want to say. 6 maybe. 6, I think. So, it's just two gladiators going toe-to-toe in a hair salon. I think this moment just goes to show why cricket is considered so cool amongst fans. This kind of stuff, It's really good stuff for everyone.
There's discussions about fining Digvesh from the Board of Control for Cricket in Bharat. But shouldn't we be paying him? Because as you said, if this doesn't happen, this is the most forgettable T20 game in the history of cricket.
If this doesn't happen, this game doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This is cash. Cash money.
Digvesh waves Abhishek off first. He gets him out. He looks him straight away, and he signals him. He's like, you're out. He shoos him. Mm-hmm. Well said. Mm-hmm. There's a mosquito near me. There's a fly near me. Get away.
Get away.
Yeah. Shoot. Then he signs him off, which is what he does for every wicket, so he's consistent, right?
Could be a note to conscription.
Well, there's a few interpretations I think we should work through here.
Yeah, I think so.
Digvesh then appears to call out to Abhishek, who's walking off. I could have got that wrong. I don't know what happens next. Okay. Yeah. Abhishek turns around. Then at some point, Abhishek motions that it appears to say he's going to pull his hair. Either that or put it, it's a Dean Jones, Curtly Ambrose situation. Digvesh might be going grey. So if his hair's out, there might be a sight screen issue with the white ball.
With the white ball,
I'm saying?
Yes.
So dye your hair or put it in a top knot.
Yeah.
The alternative, Digvesh could be writing love notes of respect to people that he's dismissed.
Could be.
You know what I mean? A love note to Abhishek, another Delhi boy, and then Abhishek's like, I'd love to just, you know what I mean?
Get in there.
Yeah.
Pull my hair.
Look, it's always, on Digvesh, I just want to say, a lot of people will say, like, look, what you've got to understand about Digvesh is this. It's like, it's always a bit of a sign in sport. If you're having a go at another player and there's a bit of a flashpoint, it's always a sign whether your teammates help you out or not.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing a lot of guys helping Digvesh out in that situation. I'm seeing a lot of people just going like, all good, mate.
Yeah. Not seeing a lot of people laughing either. Much like this show.
There's a bit of chat post game as well. I don't know if you saw this. So they do the handshakes, and we can't show you. Yeah, we can't show you for reasons we've articulated. Go on to literally any other channel, but thankfully the BCCI Vice President and Congress politician Rajiv Shukla mediated. Yeah, which he's done before. Apparently,
he has done it before.
He's done that before. That's what he's known for. Yeah, he's a famous diffuser. Yeah. Diffuser.
Yeah, he's a mediator. He's a conduit.
Yeah,
he's a lover.
Yep, that's right. But then at the post-game handshakes, the cameras are following. They know this is on here. Mm-hmm. Some coach or other says something to Abhishek. Don't know what's doing. And then Digvesh is behind him. And the best part about this isn't the exchange that Digvesh and Abhishek have, which still appears to be fairly frosty, I could say. Others in commentary will say, they were just saying, mate, great game.
But they're mates.
Where are we going for dinner?
Aren't they mates from Delhi?
They're Delhi mates. That's the thing I don't understand.
Yes.
The best part is that there's about 3 or 4 people surrounding them, as you would in any cricket game, watching and enjoying. There's one particular coach with a great smile on his face. Again, can't show you. But just going like, because everyone wants to know what happened.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what happened. Arrogance is generally a disguise for weakness, isn't it? He goes. With these things like let's face it with Digvesh. This is a post-dismissal taunt.
Yeah.
And I think it's weak because it's a jibe at the batter when the batter is obligated to walk off the field at that time. The batter can say nothing.
They have to do that, yeah.
And it's weak because it's a jibe after Abhishek has won that battle and the war of the game.
Yeah. Just knocked you out of the competition.
Yeah. It presents as the final word on the matter when really it's a cheap taunt after you're about to lose the game. Yeah. But Abhishek said, I spoke to him after the game and it is all good now.
Yeah. So they're just mates from Delhi.
Just a couple of mates from Delhi.
Yeah. That's a small city. They probably know each other quite well. They're probably neighbours.
It's what happens if you haven't spent time in Delhi, you don't understand.
Yeah. It's like if you live in Sydney, you meet someone overseas and you go, I got a mate who lives in Perth. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, we're good mates.
Yeah, that's right.
Whew. Sunrisers cruise home. That was Flashdog. So, as I said before, it's the first time this season in 4 attempts that a team has chased over 200 in Lucknow, which is a pretty good effort from Sunrisers, to be fair, especially against a team playing for their season. It's the 4th time Sunrisers have chased a 200-plus score ever in the IPL. That's the 3rd most behind Punjab and Mumbai. So, Chucky, have you got the Sunrisers scorecard there? If you could bring it up. So, Abhishek Sharma has 59 of 20. Then Ishan Kishan, Klaasen, and Kamindu Mendes
the rest.
got it done. Kamindu Mendes popped a hammy when he was scamping through for a single there at the end. But
Harsha calls it a costly single.
A costly single.
I bet it is.
Have to have a look at the old contract there. And yeah, whoever else was on comms saying like, well, this could be a lifeline the LSG needs. Then they did 9 off 17 at that point. So it wasn't quite costly at that point. But
everyone's trying their best.
So yeah, please keep watching. You never know what's going to happen.
Right. There's a Rupee ad coming up.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's good to be back. So yeah, Iron Klaasen's had a disappointing season for him. I think he's had 150 this year, but his 47 of 28 really did seal it. But it's
120 after 10. You do in your sleep after that in 2025.
Abhishek Sharma 59 of 20 with 6 sixes and 4 fours, striking at 295. That is a difference in the game. He won the game. Sunrisers win the game. They've avoided the wooden spoon probably just about. They've ended LSG season. What else are we going to talk about? You know, just 2 teams at the bottom of the table. That means that tonight's game, though, that's going to be a hot one. Have you got the table? You got the table there, Chuck? What does this all mean? Is it refreshed as well? Sorry, I should have prepped you this beforehand. I've stitched you up there.
Yeah, that's a table.
Okay, Hyderabad are going to win their last 2 games, so they'll finish on 13 points. So they could actually finish as high as 5th. Probably not possible, but anyway, yeah. Now I think
I know the scenario.
Yeah,
tonight. So if Mumbai wins,
so it's Mumbai Delhi, right?
Yeah. So Mumbai v Delhi, essentially a knockout game for 4th, but not quite. If Mumbai wins, they're in. Right? See you later, Delhi. We hardly knew you. Season done.
That means everyone's in then.
It's it. It's sorted out.
So dead rubbers
get the queue. Dead rubbers everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's
as we know about those.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The old madam down the corner. Yeah, now
the floor of a brothel. Dead rubbers everywhere.
That's right. The rest of the season is a floor of a brothel.
Yeah.
Higgins, just quickly. Now, so Mumbai wins, they're in. Delhi wins, probably in. Mumbai need results. So not over for Mumbai if Delhi wins, but they would need Punjab to beat Delhi in the next fixture.
Then Mumbai need to win their last game.
So either Mumbai, Delhi, if they win both their games, they're in. But so Mumbai's in, they're in. Delhi wins, Mumbai has a mathematical chance.
I see.
Right.
And that's where we're at. Well, that's a hot. Where is it? No. Well, I guess we'll find out tonight. Yeah. All right, AskTGC and get in your AskTGC.
You know what? It's going to be in Mumbai, isn't it? Unless it's like they've changed the grounds for this because Delhi played their last game at the Kotla. They did a lap of honour in a losing fixture. So just a guess. Yes, just a guess as a 1Katie.
All right, let's have a look at an AskTGC here from Alex and get your AskTGCs into the comments below. All right, we're talking about KL Rahul's strike rate yesterday, but strike rate is a T20 Open, a concern for a South Asian cricket tournament where many hundreds or impactful knocks are coming well over 200. Or, on the other side, is it good to see KL dig in and build a score a month out from a test series where he'll be the most experienced batter in the top 5? That is, of course, if selected, though KL Rahul's record overseas is good.
I mean, I like this trend.
Yes.
Right? If you bring that back up, what this is actually saying is that, like, KL Rahul scored 100 off 60 balls, but other guys have scored faster hundreds.
Yeah.
So is that concerning that other people have scored them faster?
Yeah, well, so in this game, Abhishek strikes at 295. Okay, it's about 50 runs less than KL Rahul's, but
But
it's double the strike
There's
rate.
plenty of ways to skin a cat in building a T20 total.
Okay.
He scores 15.5, 20. That's very good. That's going to be very, very helpful. But that then places more pressure on the remaining batters to themselves have a score. That doesn't always happen. Whereas if one guy gets a lot of those runs coming in at 170, then the rest of the guys don't have as much pressure to score as many runs. They can theoretically play with even more gay abandon.
Okay.
Right? So it's skin cat stuff.
Okay.
It's like this idea that like if you're going to score 100, you've got to be at 200 or over or you've lost the game.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I would like to actually see a statistical layout of games where players have scored hundreds at 170. I bet you're going to find just as many wins as losses. I don't think it's a predictor of a loss. I think there's a lot of T20 hipsters who want to put a monocle on and say, what you got to understand is.
And what you've got to understand is we'll be back tomorrow on this show, whatever it's called. It's a big one tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers.